Hello, welcome again. We are solving GATE 2007 Aerospace Engineering paper. We are solving only the question related to mechanical engineering. Question number 45 is: air enters the eye of a centrifugal compressor with a stagnation temperature 300 Kelvin and exits the compressor with a stagnation temperature 424 Kelvin. If the isentropic efficiency of the compressor is 0.81 and the ratio of specific heats of the flowing gas assumed as constant is 1.4, then the pressure ratio across the compressor is option A 2.75, option B 5.6, option C 65, option D 228.00. So the entry stagnation temperature is 300 Kelvin and exit stagnation temperature is 424 Kelvin. Isentropic efficiency is 0.81. Okay, so for the entry stagnation temperature is represented by TOI and exit stagnation temperature is represented by TOE when we consider actual process. If the process is isentropic, then suppose the exit stagnation temperature is TOE dash. Okay, so as isentropic efficiency is given, so TOE dash minus TOI by TOE minus TOI is your isentropic efficiency. Okay, now we have TOI, TOE and isentropic efficiency. So we can find out TOE dash, so that is 400.44 Kelvin. Okay, now the pressure ratio is POE dash by POE I according to isentropic condition is equal to TOE dash by TOI gamma minus 1 by gamma, and gamma is 1.4. Okay, that is given, so we can find out the pressure ratio. So pressure ratio is your 2.75, so option A is the right answer. Next, the boundary condition for Euler-Bernoulli column are given in column X and critical buckling loads are given in column Y. Match the boundary condition of column to its corresponding buckling load PCR. PCR is the critical buckling load, E is Young's modulus of the column material, I is sectional moment of area, and L is length of the column. So these are the boundary conditions: pin column, x1, x2 is fixed free cantilevered column, x3 is fixed column, x4 is fixed pinned column, and critical buckling load are PCR 4 pi square EI by L square y1, and y2 is PCR 2.046 pi square EI by L square, y3 PCR pi square EI by 4L square, y4 PCR is equal to pi square EI by L square. So pin column is your 4, that is pi square EI by L square. Okay. And fixed free end is your pi square EI by 4L square. Okay, and fixed column is your require higher load to buckle, so this is 1 4 pi square EI by L square, and fixed pinned column is this. So answer is option A. Okay. Next, combustion between fuel, octane and oxidizer air occurs inside a combustor with the following stoichiometric chemical reaction: 2C8H18 plus 225O2 plus 94 N2 leads to 16CO2 plus 18H2O plus 94 N2. The atomic weight of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen are 12, 1, 16 and 14 respectively. If the combustion takes place with the fuel to air ratio as 0.028, then the equivalence ratio of fuel oxidizer mixture is option A 0.094 option B, 0.422 option C, 0.721 option D, 2.371. So the given equation is your for stoichiometric, because this is there is no excess air, or because only product was CO2 and O2 and N2. Okay, so this is in complete combustion. Okay, if we take uh, 12 kilogram of carbon, sorry, 12 into 8 kilogram of carbon and 18 kilogram of hydrogen, uh, then it is multiplied by 2, that is, or 220 kg of that fuel, then this amount will be your 3432. Okay, so the stoichiometric ratio will be stoichiometric fuel air ratio will be 228 by this 3432. Okay, this is air, this is your fuel. The fuel air ratio will be 0.066433. This is your stoichiometric fuel air ratio, and the given fuel air ratio is 0.028. Okay, so the equivalence ratio is actual fuel air ratio by stoichiometric fuel air ratio. Okay, so it will be 0.42147. Option B is the right answer. Okay. Next, the von Mises yield criteria or maximum distortion energy criteria for a plane stress problem with sigma 1 and sigma 2 as principal stresses in the plane, and sigma y is the by the yield stress required. Option A, sigma 1 square minus sigma 1 sigma 2 plus sigma 2 square less than equal to sigma 1 square. Sigma 1 minus sigma 2 modulus less than equal to sigma y. Sigma 1 is less than equal to sigma y. Sigma 2 is less than equal to sigma y. So according to von Mises theory, the shear energy in a component due to stress application should be less than the shear energy required for failure. Okay, or if we put, this is a shear energy formula, if we put here yield stress, then it is the failure criteria, failure condition, and this is your actual condition. Okay, so from this we get sigma 1 minus sigma 2 square plus sigma 2 square plus sigma 1 square should be less than equal to sigma 2 sigma y square. Okay, or sigma 1 plus sigma square plus minus sigma 1 sigma 2 should be less than sigma y square. So option A is the right answer. Okay.